Welcome back. I am here with one of my favorite people. It don't get no better than the Reverend Dr. Emory Andrews, who I've known now for a long time. I just turned 43, so now I can honestly say I've known somebody for a long, long time. He's a retired school teacher from Oxon Hill High School by way of Spin Gone, by way of FAMU, by way of Tallahassee, Florida.
Yes.
See, I learned a lot about you in this time. He has a new project out with his group, Emory Andrews and Faith. And, of course, if you've known Dr. Andrews for some time, you know that he produced and he put together the Stellar Award-winning Oxon Hill High School Choirs project in 2010. And he has he's broken new ground for others to follow in your footsteps, like our buddy Brandon Felder, who's doing great work. So welcome to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Phillip, for having me. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
We got a lot to talk about. You know, we're going to try to do the best we can in the short time we have.
Okay.
But, you know, talk about your career and FAMU and what happened at the FAMU.
Well, I tell you, I graduated from Florida A&M University. My dad was an employee there, taught for 37 years, and everybody in my family, in fact, I'm fifth generation of my family from FAMU, so I was the odd one. You know, I had to, everybody stayed in Florida, but I moved away.
You moved away.
Although they're trying to beckon me to come back, but I'm just having too much fun up here right now.
You had enough of the gators.
So,
I mean, you've been here for a while now, right?
I've been here for a while. This year would be 30 years I've been here, so God has been good.
Do you miss the warm weather of Florida?
Oh, yeah. I did miss that one there, but
you go back when you get ready, don't you?
All the time.
See, ever since I've known you, you've done what you wanted to do when you got ready.
There you go. Yes, God. I love it.
Who taught you how to train choirs?
My mother. My mother was my first director. She was her and Madam Moss Clark were very close, and that's how I got to know the Clark sisters, because Madam Moss Clark was our clinician for our workshops at Greater Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church down the street from Florida State University. And my mother was the first black state auditor in the state of Florida, so she was that community. She was that matriarch of our family. She was a counselor for the neighborhood, the children lover. She was the teacher, Sunday school teacher for our teens and young adults. So I couldn't help myself. I started playing under her direction and tutelage for our children's choir at the age of 7, and I couldn't help it. Although I was scared when the folk would shout, and my mother would make me sit right there on that piano bench and don't move.
Oh my goodness!
But I'm glad to have had that kind of training.
And God bless her memory. I know she was very instrumental. I was there when she passed away, and you know, and you never really get over that. I understand. My mother's still here. I'm taking care of her for as long as I can.
There you go.
But they tell me that you never really get over it. You just learn how to deal with it a little bit better every day.
Exactly. You're right about that.
Yeah. So I mean, so she taught you how to train choirs too, huh?
Oh yes. She did not play.
And you didn't. You know. Children love you until you start directing.
Exactly.
They don't love you again until it's over.
She said, if you're going to do it right or step down.
Wow.
But she was just absolutely instrumental. Everybody loved her. You know, they still talk about her in Tallahassee and around the state of Florida. And it's just been, you know, and of course, growing under that atmosphere, I didn't realize how blessed I was, you know, because I was around FAMU all the time. It was my family's tradition, and I thought everybody go to college or everybody did this because there was no excuse. They said I would do this, and that was my path. But I praise God every day to this point that God has blessed me with good parents, and also for them directing my life.
A lot of people don't know that, and I knew this because I saw you early on in my time at GMWA, but you were signed to Sweet Rain Records. I
Yep.
remember that. You and Bruce Parham.
Yep, that's
I
right.
said, this guy Emory Andrews and Faith, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but you were a national recording artist a long time ago.
Yeah, long
People think
time
you just came on the scene, but
yeah,
you've been,
yeah.
with your young face. But you've been around for a while. We just cutting up in here.
I ain't old.
And you've been writing a lot. You've written a lot of songs for a lot of people. You are still working at the GMWA as a clinician, teacher. Teaching is in your blood. You can't never really can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
you work with Fame here,
Yes.
and Tony Lewis is doing a wonderful work.
Yes, she is.
She's one of the only people I know that's doing the kind of work that she's doing.
Oh yeah.
And you're retired now. And what are you doing in your retirement?
Well, I have my own consulting business.
Wait a minute. First, remember to tell me you sleep till 11.
Oh yeah, that's right. I tell people don't call me before 11 a.m. because I try to take it easy. And the greatest thing, I have a choice that I could do what I want to do. So I'm working with a lot of nonprofit educational organizations such as Fame and also CAPA, which CAPA is the Coalition for the African American Performing Arts. Organization who gives out thousands of dollars in scholarships. So we'll be giving out some good scholarships. So if there's anybody out there,
Y'all hear that?
How to contact me. And Fame is doing some things. We're going to be doing some things with young people this summer and doing things now. So we want you to keep in touch with me, because every now and then I'm over the scholarship in both organizations and a few others. So young people, even those that are in school, just let us know what's going on in your life.
Talk about your new project.
My project is awesome. I tell the Lord to have thine own way. You can mold me and make me the way you would have me to be.
Let me hold this CD up here, yeah.
Please do. Here's a card, too.
Y'all go online and get this CD by Reverend Dr. Emory Andrews.
And let me tell you, Have Thine Own Way is led by my good friend for years and years, Francine Jones, which is formerly with the Thompson Community Choir, which many of the Thompson Community Choir was my friends back in the day. And I'll always remember them. So Francine travels with me some. In fact, we're going to be together in Tampa, Florida, come April the 6th at the Hymn Lovers Conference.
Yeah, Carlton Burgess.
So we're going to be there. And my choir, Polk County Mass Choir that recorded with Sweet Rain, is getting back together because they're honoring me on that Friday night.
You've been honored a lot. That's awesome.
That's it.
I hope they. I'm not. I didn't ask for anybody to name, but if you're gonna name something, give me the corner that you had. You got a big corner over there at Oxon Hill. It's a tough act to follow. There's so much about you. This is just part one. We need to have a part two with you. There's so much that we haven't covered, because I really want to dip into education, our children, what's the problem and all that. But we'll talk about that another time. I'd like to talk about Emory Andrews, the artist, how you got started. Of course, we would never have an interview without talking about your sweet mother and all that she represented in your life. And I'm beginning, as my mother is getting old, she's dealing with dementia, to really appreciate what my father and my mother did in my life to get me where I am right now.
That's right.
And, I want to talk about the hit song, Storms Passing Over from back in the day, Oxon Hill, and then your partnership with National Church of God. It's just so much to you, Hold up, Children of the Gospel. That whole team we had back in the day was phenomenal. If you were to have one piece of advice for young people who are endeavoring to do what you're doing, what would you tell them?
I tell them to shoot for their passion and focus on their passion, because, regardless of where we go in life or what we choose to do, there's always going to be some ups and some downs. But if you have your passion, you can hold on to it and keep going, and nobody can stop you.
I once heard.
And that's the joy. The blessing that I've had, the 40 years that I've been teaching and all of my life in the area of music and the gospel, is that I was able to do what I love to do. and it was my passion. So I tell the young people all the time, think about what your passion is, because when it gets to that role where it gets kind of tough, you'll be able to hold on and don't let go.
We only have 30 more seconds left.
Okay.
Favorite football team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Thank God for you.
Love my Dallas Cowboys.
Somebody had to save it.
Somebody had to come and say, that's why I saved him for last.
I know he was.
Yeah, because, America's team needs to be represented. In America. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you.
We will have you back
Thank
because
you.
there's so much more to talk about.
Thank you
But
very
God
much.
bless you. And y'all go out and pick up his
appreciate
project, Have Thine Own Way by Reverend Dr. Emory Andrews and Faith.
Yes.
God bless you. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
For more information on how to become a guest on Real Talk with Philip Carter, or for general inquiries, please email us at realtalkwithphilipcarter@yahoo.com. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Real Talk with Philip Carter.